Hello everyone, this is Diane Johnson from Columbia Green Community College in Hudson, New York. My course is entitled Job Search Preparation. It is a brand new course and offered at 1 credit. It will be offered face-to-face this spring 2016 and online in the summer of 2016 and possibly online every semester after that. At Columbia Green, we are a very small rural campus. We have a very diverse student population. In my course, I might have someone that's just graduated from high school all the way up to someone that's 60, 70 years old. I anticipate that students will take this course if they're starting an internship search or possibly looking at graduating that semester and starting their job search for their job after they graduate. So I will have students that have never had a job before, and I will have students that have had several or many jobs and quite a lot of experience. The max for this course is 15 students. I have taught previously the career planning courses at Columbia Green Community College. I'm an associate professor, but I am a non-teaching faculty. I do work full-time in counseling, career, and transfer services as an academic advisor, career counselor, and transfer counselor. Most of my experience in the classroom is through workshops and presentations. This will be my first online teaching experience, and this has been my first online course. So it's been quite a ride for me the last 8 weeks. So I've chosen today to show you my course in the student mode because I think it's a little cleaner, a little easier to look at. I have been, since it's a new course, I've been designing it as I go. So it has been very time intensive. I have a lot left to do, but I think I have the bare bones here. Most of what I have left to do is loading the content and the activities. The course is going to run for 12 weeks. The semester at Columbia Green is 15 weeks. So the student will complete the course in 12 weeks, but the course is going to remain open. The last module has discussion forum for people that are launching their job search so that we can provide answers to questions, encouragement, motivation, inspiration, whatever might be needed as some students actually begin their search. The modules you can see are in 2-week increments. Modules 1 and 2 are the first 2 weeks, and modules 7 and 8 are the last 2 weeks. So you can see my announcement here encourages them to read all the course information documents before they begin. And to go into the course information documents here, I have the welcome that encourages them to go through the Blackboard student orientation, read all the documents, and be very familiar with the course before they begin Module 1. All right, my contact information. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use email for communicating because I have found out that our college disabled the message system. Apparently, students were using it, faculty were not. There was a lot of confusion. I was very unhappy to hear about that. That was going to be a bonus for me, but I will have to be using email here. So therefore, I'm going to encourage the Ask a Question discussion forum. I have it set up for each module and hoping, especially when it comes to job searching, so many students have the same question that it's very helpful. I mean, many times someone will ask a question and someone else hasn't even thought of it yet, but they could really use the answer. I'm very specific about my response time because I do work full-time. I have a family. This is an adjunct position for me. I need to be very clear about when I'm going to be checking my email and responding to the forum questions. So my course description and the objectives of the course, I kept them very clean and simple. It's a very specific 1-credit course. You're going to get your jobs materials ready. You're going to learn to be effective with your informational and job search and job interview, and you're going to be able to really look at jobs that you are qualified for and develop application materials appropriately. The learning activities, you can see a lot of discussion. When it comes to something like job searching, the best thing that you can do is have objective feedback from someone that's not a friend or a family member. So this is going to be a big part of this course. We're going to be looking at each other's materials, looking at how each other presents themselves in relation to the types of jobs we're going to be looking for, and that will be very helpful for that objective feedback. So that's a big part of the course. And the traditional written assignments for a job search and the internet assignments are actually kind of fun. A big part of job searching nowadays is what we call the digital dirt. Students and social media, big problem when it comes to job searching. So there is a checklist that I've developed for them to go through their social media accounts, clean those things up. And that is going to be an honor code type of assignment, because I'm not going to get into looking at their social media accounts or having students look at each other's social media accounts, but that's going to be, the emphasis will be very strong. And I have some great videos, very funny videos about social media gone wrong when it comes to job searching. They're going to work on developing a great LinkedIn profile, and I've set up a LinkedIn group so that I don't have to connect with all these students. I have a personal policy not to connect the students. I connect after they graduate. And that way I can see their LinkedIn profiles without having to connect with them until after they graduate. The video assignment is very important, is the mock interview and a professional introduction of themselves. But I'm going to allow them to either schedule their mock interview with me via Skype, or they can come in and schedule an appointment with me on campus, so that each of those will be recorded so that we can go through the recording and video and give them feedback. Here's the breakdown of how each assignment will be evaluated and how much weight each assignment is going to have. Discussions for instruction. Marie, thank you very much. I used yours, and I'm going to add that etiquette video, and I will clean it up a little bit for my specific use, but I appreciate that information. My rubrics are here, and I've noticed that sometimes formatting works and sometimes it doesn't. I've got to go back and fix that, but you can see I have rubrics for the main assignments, the discussion assignments, the written assignments. That's a little glitch I have to go back and fix. Here are my expectations. Here, along with the campus policies on integrity and students with disabilities. Technical support. The course schedule is very specific about when everything is going to be due, so that they can plan ahead and know what's going to happen. And their next steps, what they need to do. The student lounge here is our area for the quote out of class conversations that students can have. So they will be able to use the student lounge to have those types of discussions. If I go back to my course information documents, I will print out, or there's also a print version of all of these documents. It's a Word document so that they can actually print something out. And I've added the Ask a Question discussion forum to each of the modules so that there's that area. Another thing I added, and I think I'm going to keep this, under the communication, there's a discussion area, and that's one of the things I think I found helpful, is being able to just quickly go in to the discussions and see what's there, who's posted, without having to go back into the each learning activity. I think I might keep that. So in the modules, I'll show you that this is where I have my work to do. I've got the Ask a Question here. Each module starts out with the overview and the learning activities that the student will go through. For the learning activities, they're going to be, setting up an account with our Career Link system, which is very important learning management system, a career management system on campus that we will be using and they will use during their job search, and an introductory forum where they will fill out a profile form. It's got lots of good information about their history and what they're hoping to learn in the job search class, and introducing themselves to everyone. So the basic format continues with each module. They have the overview, the objectives for that module, and what they're going to be doing in that module. And this is where I have the work to do. I need to go back and I have to add all of these things. I do have the ask a question loaded for each one. So just quickly going through, you can see that the structure is the same. Their learning activities. One of the things that I am doing as far as learning activities, there's a lot of prepared content that I will load, online resources for them to consider, videos, podcasts. One of the things that I've added to each of the learning activities in each module is the employer perspective. I found this great employer perspective video series. So each module is going to begin by the students looking at the video of an employer talking about a specific topic in regards to the world of work. Something I've noticed students need to hear this information, and when they're spending so much time trying to format their materials towards their audience, which is the employers, it's important they start learning how employers think and what employers expect. So that's something I'm very happy about. The other thing about the learning activities that I will say is there are a lot of really fun things that I can do with the job search information. And job search, one of the things is about social media. When it comes to job search materials, there is a lot of funny stuff out there. Bloopers, mistakes in regards to resumes, cover letters, interviewing, follow-up, the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's something I'm going to try and put into every thing as well, every module as well, because there's even the funny things, there's so much to learn about what to do and what not to do with the with your job search. So the last thing I'll show you is in Module 8, which is the closing activities. Here is the discussion forum for encouragement, ideas, and inspiration. And then I also hear a place for them to give me feedback, and I have made all the posts anonymous in that forum. And a couple of questions that I'd like for them to answer for me. Another thing about, as far as engaging the students, there's going to be quite a bit of peer review happening in this course. I'm going to be pairing students off or doing small groups as far as resumes and cover letters for them to give each other feedback. I think it's going to be much easier for them to give feedback to 1 or 2 people than 15 people. All my assignments are going to be graded with rubrics. No tests in this particular course. We really need their materials to be good so that rubrics work best with that. In providing feedback to students, I really try to keep the perspective of everyone's reading this feedback when I put it in a forum, and everyone can learn from it. So many times when it comes to job search materials, the feedback that I have for one student will apply to many students. In regards to redesigning as a result of the rubric, and the rubric was great, and it helped me really strengthen my basic structure and the especially my course information documents, just to make sure I had all those little details there. Thank you very much for looking at my course, and I would be very happy that this course is complete, but you can see I have a lot of work left to do to upload all of my content and activities. So good luck to all of you in your online teaching as well. Bye-bye.